The worst movies ever made. And we watched Embalming Love from, I believe, 2003, I want to say.
Filmed on location in Burlington, Ontario.
2004, so it was probably shot in 2003, yeah. And yeah, in terms of worst movies I've ever seen, I mean, I'm trying to think like movies that I just like had almost an allergic reaction to. I don't have that to this movie. It's just sort of like it's fun to feel like you're above something, and it's hard not to feel that way watching this movie. Right? The my least favorite movie of all time, let's use that, is Monuments Men with George Clooney.
Right. Yeah, you've mentioned that before. You really don't like that movie.
I really hated that movie,
but
for whatever reason. It just like seemed very full of itself. It just the whole time it was sort of like Walter Cronkite talking about how, because my grandpa used to say like Walter Cronkite called us the greatest generation. I'm like, where's Walter Cronkite now, Grandpa? and it goes on and on and on, and it's so. I mean, it's a hard subject to film, right? Because you're filming a movie about World War II and Nazis. You're trying to put all this emotional weight on like gold that's hidden in a cave when you know the Holocaust is going on.
Yeah, but there's famous paintings.
There's famous paintings, yeah. It just all feels kind of weird to me, and just like all the acting is so like we're gonna look sad for points, and here's music in case that doesn't sell it. Like George Clooney as a director, as an actor, like as a celebrity, I like George Clooney. He seems like a fun, cool guy. As an actor, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like he should be talking like over a car commercial, like every part that he's ever in. Anyway, so back to Embalming Love.
Yeah, at least like Monuments Men has the saving grace of having competent people work on it, even if you don't like the final product. Whereas this, did anybody work on this movie, or did it just sort of materialize?
Well, I think I would say Monuments Men is worse because it doesn't have the excuse of like this movie was made by nobodies. This movie, like I'm holding the DVD right now. I bought. So part of why I chose this is because there's a story behind this DVD. So the local movie store, you may have heard Pete and I discuss it with Ron on the Shock Treatment episode. The drive-in movie store, they go out of business like 10 years ago, maybe a little more than 10 years ago. And I just pick up whatever looks weird in the bins. You know, I got probably like $30 on me or something. So I think I grabbed like 6 or 7 DVDs. And yeah, and so this just stood out for how fucking janky. and I think for the episode, for the thumbnail, we should put just a fucking picture of this case, because it is like I've literally seen like self-produced DVDs of like a high school band concert that look more than this DVD concert or this DVD cover.
Bar mitzvah videos.
Yeah, like they'll have, you know, like less Microsoft Word art. There's like typos on the back of it. It's center aligned for no discernible reason. They put the barcode in the wrong place. They put a fake MPAA rating, I'm pretty sure, because it's like all fuzzy. It seems really unlikely that this movie ever made it to the MPAA.
Uh-huh.
and it just like everyone involved in this movie just like never went anywhere.
So let's talk about what the movie's about.